Hello everyone, my name's Adam Vox, and we're still in Ubuntu 16.04, but it is time to ditch this awful Unity system, this awful Unity desktop manager. Now, if you're unaware, Linux distributions use a variety of different desktop managers, which is essentially the whole user interface that you're seeing here. This is the Unity desktop interface, or desktop manager interface, and for example, I don't have videos of it, KDE Plasma 5.5. There's a variety of different ones, including KDE, GNOME, XFCE, which we're going to look at in this video. And then there's this one called KDE Plasma, which actually works a lot like Windows here. And I'm going to show you that in the next video. But in this one, I'm following tips from Easy Linux Tips Project to turn Ubuntu into Xubuntu. Now, if you are unaware, there are a bunch of different forks of Ubuntu. So if you just search for Xubuntu 16.04, and at some point I'll have a link in the description below, you can actually just download this instead of the version that we're on, which is the normal Ubuntu. And essentially this has the XFCE desktop manager. And we're going to go ahead and install this. In case you've already installed normal Ubuntu, we can actually go ahead and install the other desktop manager. And then we're going to be installing another one in the next video. So in this one, we're ditching Unity, and we are going sudo, and I'll post this code in the description. There we go. All right, so we want to do sudo apt-get install, again, to install software, xubuntu-desktop, which is that desktop interface, and then gksu, which is super user stuff, leafpad, which is another program, I guess, required for it to run, and then synaptic, which is another package manager, another way of installing software. Hit enter, hit yes, why? And let it do its thing, and then we will have to log out and log back in to log into the new user interface, and we're going to be good to go. It's pretty cool that you can do this all without even turning off of your computer. You log out, you don't shut it down. And so if you have a computer that doesn't boot quite as quickly as my laptop here does, then you're still okay. Again, I'll have the video for switching to KDE, which is going to be great for all of you previous Windows users to be able to switch to Linux while still maintaining a very user-friendly environment. The benefits of using XFCE, I believe that's what it's called, but X, is that it runs much lighter, and so it actually uses a lot less resources. So in theory, it's faster, but it doesn't have a lot of the visual flair that you might think that that Unity does here. But I personally, as I've expressed throughout this series, I'm just so done with Unity. This is why I never went back to Ubuntu, and I'm still torn between using a Manjaro build and a Linux Mint build on my laptop here for what I'm actually using to get back into coding. Those are various distributions, which I'll cover in future videos, talking with some sponsors now to get a full series going. All right, so it's installed. Let's go ahead and go to log out. Log out. And of course, it popped up the login screen over here on my laptop. So this is going to make things a little complicated. All right, so I'm going to transition to a full screen. Hello, me of my camera. This is funny. Don't you love how Epos has to make videos? All right, so what you do is you go to the little icon here. This is so obnoxious. Right, that little Ubuntu icon. You click it, and then you choose XFCE. And then you type in your password and you log in, and that chooses the new desktop environment. And it's really that simple. You just click that little icon and choose. You have the option between Xubuntu session, Ubuntu, and XFCE. So actually you would want to choose Xubuntu and then log in. And we're back here in the Xubuntu desktop manager mode. And you can see here it automatically loaded my doc that we made in the previous video over here at the bottom. And then you have a nice thin little panel at the top. And you can see the little cat and echo icon thingy following me around, and it looks a lot better. In Unity, it was all glitched out and the animation didn't work right, but here, it works just fine, and it is very cute, just chasing me around my mouse, and then you can sit here and feed it, which I didn't even know you could do because the icon was all glitched out in Unity mode. And this looks a lot more like OS X, and you have your little start menu up here at the top, and then you can go to System and Settings and manage everything, and it's a much more user-friendly menu, and like I said, it runs a lot lighter. It uses a lot less resources and therefore will probably run faster for you. And what you have is a much more customizable panel. You have this is called a panel up here, and you can actually do a lot to it. You can add items to it. So there's lots of applets you can add to it. We already have a clock and stuff up here, but you can add a CPU graph, which will show CPU usage. You can add a dictionary plugin, you can add an entire folder to it. You can add indicators for your system stuff, which is already up there, like a system tray. You can add an email notifier, switch keyboard layouts, show network traffic. We'll add that. There we go. It'll show network traffic just like the CPU monitor. You can add separate clocks. You can add places. You can add individual launchers. You can add a screenshot button. So you can just automatically take a screenshot of your whole screen. You can add a show desktop button, a different system load monitor there, CPU memory and swap memory, and total uptime. You can add weather. Find a zip code here. Sure, why not? Okay, there we go. Now it says it's sunny and wind speed is 3 miles per hour. You got different menus, window buttons, workspace switcher, just like we had before. So then it only has one workspace, I think. Workspace settings, number of workspaces. Let's make it 4. All right, then you have a button to switch between workspaces, or you can just use Control-Alt and the arrow. And this is how you get a much more lightweight window manager. And then there's, of course, if you go to settings and appearance, and then there's a ton of different themes for it. And the themes work a lot better than in Unity. And so I have tons of themes here. And you can just apply whatever you want. Make it look however you want. Change out the icons. Change out the fonts. Change out the toolbar settings. All this stuff. There's even a Windows 8 theme that I installed earlier that isn't working right, but lots more settings, and it works a lot better. So if you like this video, smash the like button, get subscribed, check the playlist. We're going to have one on making a better desktop manager right after this. And this will be basically the end of Ubuntu weekend here on the channel. I do appreciate your support this weekend. I do appreciate all your support throughout the future. And if you want to see more Linux content from me, get subscribed and let me know in the comment section down below. My name has been Adam Repos Vox. I'll see you in the next one.